Hey guys, once again it is Drew with Credible Solar. Some call me the Solar Santa, some call me Saint Solar, some call me Solar Poppy, some people call me Ferris. Whatever you want to call me, I'm a man of many names. I'm here today to tell you the top 4 reasons why people are going solar, especially in Texas. Okay? So, number one reason, guys, is to mitigate risk. So, same place we're doing business in California, New Mexico, Arizona, where they're having the same exact electricity. They're paying double, sometimes triple for it in time of use payment plan with the utility providers. By going solar today, especially in Texas, you guys are mitigating the risk of the increasing prices because these solar panels produce electricity at the retail rate. So, that's one of the number one reasons why people go solar. Number two is to upgrade the home. So, once you go solar, and you upgrade that home, you're one step away from, you just add a battery or a generator from being independent from the grid, especially with the batteries. They charge up with the solar every single day. You pair that with a generator. The solar can help kick on the generators as well as work in conjunction, and the generators typically can handle a much larger load. So, solar homes are valued a lot more on the housing market than other homes. Still saying 4% extra for your house. If you're staying in your house a few years, there's no liability on solar. So that's number two. Number three is to go ahead and save money. Of course, I do door knocking, so do some of my guys. So if we're knocking on your door, you're typically going to save some money. We've already done business with your neighbors, and we already know that you're going to save money. So the big amount of money doesn't come from being saved up front. You might save $40, $50 a month or whatever, but the big amount of money comes later on when your bill continues to increase and or everybody else's bill is increasing because inflation. They're printing trillions of dollars worth. Everybody's moving to our great state, and they're shutting down all our coal plants for the green initiative. So grid distressed, costs a lot more money. Yeah, solar's cheaper than the utility provider right now. So number three, to save money, that's immediately. And then of course number four, by going solar, you're alleviating the grid. By decentralizing the grid, there's not a tremendous amount of stress during the day when these companies and everybody's using these businesses are using a lot of electricity. So they're not having to jack up the prices because the grid is decentralized, and you're cleaning up the environment by doing green energy instead of that dirty coal. So let's look at your bill before solar. This is what you guys are typically doing right now. If you guys have a $300 average bill, this is where you're at right now. So $300, inflation, 10 years from now, your average bill may be $435. So, okay, $500. You accumulate that over 25 years, you're about $130,000 out of pocket for your lights. Okay, there's nothing to show for that. You may have been with them for 20 years. If you don't pay your light bill for 3 days, they're going to cut your power out. So that's where you guys are sitting right now with the utility provider. That's 100% loss, nothing to show for that. All that money and that loyalty you spent with them. Cool. So, let's just look at the what's going on here since. Let's check out some of these numbers. What's going on with the United States and the electricity? So the average rate back in Texas, back in early a few years ago, was 10 cents. Climbing up California, increasing a lot as well. Okay, so you're seeing 10 cents, 12 cents. That's a 20% increase over here in Texas just over the last few years. That's pretty significant, okay? And then California over doubling in the last few years because all the population increase and everybody come to our great states. So, this is a little experiment we can work on. Just basically, this is actually on our website, so you guys can go onto our website, go to the solar tab, and I'll show you the rest right here. So say, we're just checking out the warranty period, right? So the warranty period's 25 years. These systems are warranted for 25 years. Let's check it out during this warranty period. Just say inflation's 3%, not 20% where it's been jumping the last few years. Over the last few years, let's just average it out to 3% and just say it's compounded annually. And we're contributing about $300 a month, which is $3,600 bill a year. Let's go ahead and calculate that. Yep, so just with a $300 average bill, you're spending around $135,000 at 100% loss. Okay. Solar's a lot cheaper than that, so we're gonna look at that. Let's just go onto our website and use that calculator right there if you would like to. So your bill after solar. So why go solar? We were just looking at your bill before solar. It's increasing tremendously. Check out the visual difference here. So yes, your bill's coming down here. Look where it was at before. Your bill's coming down, but it's not a tremendous amount. Some people say, "Oh, why am I going solar if I'm not saving $700 a month up front?" Well, that's not how it works. The savings come in the long run. Even if you're saving $50 a month, at least you're not renting your power. You're renting up here. So you're getting the opportunity to buy. Yes, you're taking a little bit more liability because you're buying equipment, but guess what? Your bill's coming down. It's cheaper to buy than the rent nowadays. So you got your solar payment, you got your new electricity bill. Even if you don't have electricity bill, you don't have one anymore. But that's just a little visual. You may save a little bit now, but in the long run, your savings are a lot bigger when the price of electricity continues to grow, and you're still locked in there at that rate. Once you finish paying off your system, you don't have a bill in the house anymore. So, like it says in this little bullet point here, solar's a lot cheaper than the utility providers in most states. You can eventually pay this bad boy off, and you're protecting yourself against utility rate hikes, which we've seen in California, New Mexico, Arizona, and even in Texas. All right, so let's do solar. Why solar? Okay, why do solar with Credible Solar? So a little bit about us. We're locally owned and operated in Texas. We do have some branches off in Las Vegas and a couple other states, Florida, Arizona. Very small, but Texas is where we're mostly located. So wherever we go, we hire locally. So that's not something that we're trying to switch up. Local people that we're dealing with, our neighbors, we tend to treat them better. We don't want to outsource or fly anybody out from any other state. We're very firm on customer support. That is number one for us. We satisfy the customers. That's who we are. Customers are why we're here. Okay, so we want to keep them happy. If they say, "Let's fly a wagon to the moon," okay, cool. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but if it's not too far-fetched, we're gonna do it for our customers. Very important here with Credible Solar, we actually have practical solutions. Okay, we're one of few providers over here that can provide generators, can provide batteries, can do window tinting, do foam insulation in the attic, replace your roof along with the solar. Okay, we have proven results. We're 5-star rated pretty much everywhere you guys look on the internet. Okay, pretty cool customers go online and talk about us. And then, so Credible Solar, we're the best. So, a little bit of services we offer. Okay, solar installation, home battery installation, roof replacement, ground mount solar systems, home renovation, we'll do whatever. Okay, attic insulation, foam, water purification systems, window tinting, home backup generators and installation, and smart energy monitoring. Pretty cool. And when you guys go ahead and request your consultation, whether you do it with us or anybody else, you want to go through a utility bill review, see what your bill is going to look like before and after. Of course, if you're going to qualify for the federal tax credit, we're not actually accountants, so we can't legally give you any real advice on that. We can kind of just point you in the right direction. What happens if I move? We look at numbers with that. If you were to move maybe 10, 15 years, whether it makes sense for your situation. Products. Based on what product you may get, the product warranties may vary. So you want to talk about warranties. What it looks like to have the Credible home. We'll get your system design together. We'll go over different financing options, and then we'll let you know the process for solar. It's very seamless. It's pretty slow right now when you have to deal with municipalities, and they're not all used to solar. They're kind of still recovering from COVID. Not everybody's in the office right now. But all in all, it's probably like a 45 to 60-day process. In the future, it's going to get a lot faster with all these implementations that's coming in solar software to make things easier between municipalities and companies and getting people onboarded to green energy. So guys, that was it. 4 big reasons why people go solar: mitigate risk, to upgrade the home, to save money, and also to help the community. And then there's tons more reasons why to do solar. I mean, guys, thank you for listening in. I appreciate your time today. God bless you. Check out some of our installs. We're doing great. We appreciate you guys. We love our customers. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later. It's Drew, Credible Solar, the Solar Santa, Saint Solar, all of the above, the man of many names. Goodbye.